Alright guys, today we got a new music video breakdown, the Big Sean Yes music video by Lyrical Lemonade. Shout out Diamond Visuals, shout out Alo Edit. Let's get straight into it. So the music video opens up and the first effect that we got right here is this insane like mixed media collage. It looks really cool. I'm gonna tell you, you're not gonna like this answer, but the best way to create this, and obviously the way that this was created, is to do it by hand. Physical paper, cutting it out, X-Acto knives, everything like that. We're gonna teach you how to do it digitally today, but there's really no like equal level of quality when you get by doing it by hand. But with that, let's go ahead and hop into After Effects. So first up right here, we're in After Effects. I have a composition setting of 7,000 wide and 2160 height. So that's a 4K setting, just really long, depending on how long you want your transition to go. And then right here, I have a video clip of another Big Sean music video. He's already rotoscoped out. If you don't know how to rotoscope, I'm gonna link this tutorial right here, but I'm not gonna waste time on that. Next, I'm going to add this monochrome background, and if you're wondering where I got it from, Google. I literally just went on Google, searched print halftone texture, and there's a bunch of crazy textures that you can literally just take screenshots of and drag into your After Effects file. So just drag a halftone or like mixed media texture onto your video background. If you want, we actually have some textures linked at our store, 11%.net. We have this new mixed media pack right here. So if you want to check that out, it's linked below in the description. We have a free sample version and then this full pack version as well, which is a bunch of other crazy overlays that we're also going to be using in this video. Anyway, so now that we have our rotoscope, making the collage is actually really simple. It just takes a lot of time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and drag in some assets that I like, that I think are gonna be cool. So I have like a little clock right here I downloaded on Pexels, and then I'm gonna drag in like a money sign and some more like mixed media effects. Right here we got all our clips. I'm just gonna right click them all, transform and fit to comp height so that they're all just the correct size. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and key out this green. Go to my effects, search for key lights, apply the key light to the first clip, and then just select the green. By the way, if you're wondering where I got this like little dove video right here, the dove just like flies across the screen. YouTube as well. I just searched up dove flying over green background. I'll link it in the description as well. And now, like I said, this part is really just having fun. So I just recommend downloading a bunch of like cool, fun assets that you can just mess around with and just kind of make some art with it. I might place this dove right here, and then I might drag the watch below the rotoscope so it looks like that. And by the way, these mixed media overlays already have some animation to it, so it really helps like build out the effect even more. And yeah, it's looking pretty cool so far. I'm gonna build this out and skip ahead because if I don't, this tutorial is gonna literally be forever.
A few moments later.
Okay, so now I have my montage built out. I literally just been compiling like layers on top of each other right here. Literally everything we were doing earlier, just like plus time. And to get this sky animated, I literally used an offset value and just animated the keyframe and it just moves. So it looks pretty cool. Anyways, now we're gonna grab this little halftone texture that we grabbed in the beginning, and we're gonna drag that all the way to the top of our layer right here. Let's drag this to the top, on top of everything, and we're going to change the blending mode to screen. Let's grab our screen right here. I'm going to go ahead and actually just decrease the opacity a little bit so it's not like too rough. But you see when you zoom in, now it has everything kind of has this little like half tone, like drawn paperish feel to it, and it just makes things feel a little bit more authentic. Now what we're going to do is we are going to select everything in our timeline right here by holding shift, right click it, and pre-compose. Make sure you click move all attributes into new composition and hit OK. Boom, there we go. There we have it, an entirely new composition. We can double click this pre-comp to open up the original. And now in this new composition right here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here to our composition settings, and now you're gonna change the composition size to exactly what the video size is. So I'm gonna set this to like a 4K dimension like that. So now our aspect ratio is just 4K 16:9. We're gonna hit the drop down on this big pre-comp. We're gonna hit the drop down on transform and literally animate the position. As simple as that. So I'm just scrolling all the way to the beginning, at the very beginning of my clip, hit keyframe on position, go all the way to the end right here, and I'm gonna scroll all the way to the end. So let's just move this position, and boom, just like that, now we're starting to have a like collage effect that looks similar to the beginning. One other trick I'm going to show you before we move on is if you want to add any more like animation to your files, you can go ahead, like some photos right here, if you want to make things like feel more alive. I'm going to show you an expression that I love to use. First I have to go to my effects and search for a slider control, and I'm going to drag the slider control to whatever image I want to affect. So this image right here, let's say we want want to make this feel a little bit more animated, hit the drop down on transform, and then I'm going to hold Option or Alt if you're on PC while I click the position keyframe. Hold Option while you click the keyframe. And now you're going to get the expression panel open up, type wiggle. You can hit enter, and then inside the parentheses, type 5, comma, and before you finish that, drag that pick whip tool all the way to the slider control value and set the slider control to like 10. And now you'll see we have animation, like a wiggly animation to the photo, and it's forever going to be animated like that. Like the photo will just always move, no keyframes at all, because it's an expression. Expressions are really interesting. I recommend you learn them. We have this video linked right here if you want to learn more about them, but it seriously takes your editing game to the next level. Let's go back to our main pre-comp right here, and you can see it just looks a lot cooler. That photo's moving. Lastly, what we're going to do is we're going to go to our effects and we're going to search for a posterized time, and we're going to drag that to our pre-comp layer and set the frame rate to 12. The reason why we do this is so that it adds this like stop motion like feel to everything. So everything is at a 12 frame per second frame rate, and it makes everything feel a lot more stop motion. I'm sorry, I keep just adding to this effect, but one last thing I just thought of to make the effect even feel a lot more better is adding a mixed media texture. So I have a mixed media like animation paper effect right here from our mixed media newspaper overlay pack again. So if you want to check it out, link below in the description, but you can also get them online as well. I'm pretty sure you can download like free overlays, and we have a free sample of the pack as well if you want to check that out. I'm dragging this onto our pre-comp and literally changing the blending mode to screen. Oops, sorry, I changed the color dot add. I'm literally just changing the blending mode to screen. And with that, guys, there we have it, a nice looking, insane mixed media collage effect similar to the opening of this music video. So like I said, once again, just make it handmade if you want to make this effect look actually authentic and legit to the real one. But if you want to do it digital, that's how you do it in After Effects. That was a really quick version. The more time and effort you put into it, the better it's going to look. The next effect we're going to be doing is this like ghost trail effect right here. I think this one's really fun and cool because I could not find a good clip from the music video to edit because there's just like so much damn contrast. What we're going to be doing, I had to shoot this for y'all. I literally went outside, 90 degrees heat, wore a fucking black leather jacket so I can recreate this effect for you guys. So please, if you want to hit the like button or subscribe, it really mean the world to me. Anyways, so this is this clip right here, and by the way, you don't have permission to clip this. So we already have the rotoscope layer right here done because I'm not going to waste time on that. If you don't know how to rotoscope, you can check out this tutorial right here. Duplicate this rotoscope layer by hitting Command D. And then what we're going to do is this rotoscope layer in between the top and bottom, we are going to search for an echo effect, and we're going to apply the echo effect there to the middle. And I'm going to set the amount of echoes to, let's do something crazy like 17 echoes. So we have a lot. And then for the decay, I'm going to set that to 0.9. So it feels a little bit more ghost-like. Echo time seconds is something you could really mess around with. I recommend doing 0.06. 3, it doesn't really matter, but that kind of like extends the amount of echoes, and you kind of get like a cool effect going on right there. So I don't know, it kind of looked cool. Just mess around with it to your liking. Then lastly, to make it more realistic, is we're going to apply a directional blur, and we're going to apply that to our middle rotoscope layer as well. Increase the blur length to like 30-ish, and then set the direction to whatever direction you're moving. So I'm moving left to right, so that's 90 degrees on directional blur. And now we have this nice blur in between our layers. I might even decrease the length a little bit to like 20 now. And yeah, there you go. You have this nice looking like blur ghost trail echo effect. It looks pretty cool. But let's go ahead and move on to the last effect, which we're going to break down today, which is this duplicated clone effect right here. I think this one's really fun. We've done a tutorial on this before, so you can check it out, link right here, but this one's a little bit more different because it's stagnant. Once again, I'm going to be using this clip right here, and let's delete that middle roto layer because we don't need it. I'm going to be duplicating my rotoscope layer as many times as I want clones. So I'm going to hit 3. 1, 2, 3. So I have 3 rotoscope layers. Then go to each part of the clip that you want to like freeze it. Boom, freeze right there. And then I'm gonna go to the bottommost layer and hit Command Shift D and delete the layer before that. And then let's go to the next stop that I want. Boom, right there. Hit Command Shift D, delete everything before that. And then lastly, this one right here, boom, Command Shift D, delete everything before that. Now what we're gonna do is we're going to pre-compose each of these layers right here. So I'm going to right click it and I'm going to pre-compose and I'm gonna hit move all attributes into new composition. And I actually have to Command Shift D again at that exact layer. I'm sorry, I'm kind of messed that up. I shouldn't have split it before, but we're just pre-composing everything so that the rotoscoping stays the exact same. Then I'm going to right click it, hit time, and freeze frame, and now you can see that frame is frozen right there, and we kind of have the effect playing out. Now let's just do that for these other layers right here. Right click, pre-compose, move all attributes into new layer, Command Shift D again to split it, right click, time, and freeze frame. You, by the way, have to do the freeze frame exactly at the beginning on which frame you want to freeze. I'm just gonna repeat this for this final layer, and boom, there you have it. We have this nice frozen frame effect, just like the music video. If you wanna take this to the next level, what I recommend doing is applying some camera shake. I know the effect is still, but I just personally think that camera shake really takes the effect to the next level. So right here, I just created a new adjustment layer, and I'm actually gonna be using our Shake It Up V2 pack, which by the way, we just updated and is now compatible with After Effects. So you can see right here, I've got heavy shakes, I've got hits, I've got a bunch of crazy just like shake presets I can drag onto the video. And you have to use the exact amount of frame length. So it says like 8 to 10 frames. So let's do that. We're gonna hit Command Shift D to split the adjustment layer. Let's go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then split the layer again. Now let's apply that shake to the adjustment layer at the beginning, and boom, there we go. We kind of have this crazy looking like shake going on right here. I think that looks pretty crazy. Of course, you can just go ahead and mess around with this as many times as you like. If you liked any of the effects that we used in this tutorial, like the mixed media pack or the camera shake, definitely make sure to check out our website 11%.net. There I seriously pour my heart and soul into creating presets that are actually good quality and can just level up your edits. We got title packs, camera shakes, mixed media effects, CRT effects, paint, chrome, just a bunch of crazy other presets, or you can get them all together in our ultimate editing master collection. So if you want to check that out, I'll link below in the description. Leave a comment down below what breakdown you'd like to see from us next, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.